English step by step, present simple and continuous. So let's look at the answers to the exercise that you can see in step 1 video. So this was to practice using present simple and present continuous. So let's go through these sentences and think about why do we use present simple and why do we use present continuous. Number 1, I something to learn Chinese, but it's difficult. Now this means that it's a process that's ongoing, so it should be continuous. I'm trying to learn Chinese, but it's difficult. And we put the contraction there. I'm trying to learn Chinese, but it's difficult. So in this sentence, we're talking about an activity which is happening currently. Now the second one, I always something to learn new vocabulary every day. Well, this is talking about a repeated activity or a habit. So in this case, we need to use present simple, and we can use the same verb, try. Now, in the second example, we have the word attention. And with the word attention, the only verb you can use is pay, to pay attention. And in this case, we have the adverb always. So we're talking about a repeated action. So we need to use present simple. And the negative for present simple with children is don't. Remember, one child doesn't, the children don't. And then we use the infinitive and the verb is pay. The children don't always pay attention. Now in the second sentence, the important word is today, because that's happening now or around now. So in this case, we need to use present continuous. So it's aren't, because it's plural. And then we have the present participle, paying. Number 3. Now in number 3, we have this week as the time reference. And that means it's a temporary period around now. So we need to use present continuous. And then if it's a hotel, the verb we need is stay. So we need to use present continuous with stay. And in this case, it's what hotel are you? And then we need the present participle, which is staying. What hotel are you staying at this week? Now, the second example has the adverb usually, and that means it's a repeated activity. So in this case, we need present simple. So we need do for the question form, and then we need the infinitive, which is stay. What hotel do you stay at? Number 4. In this example, we're talking about a process, something which is changing, because we have better. Now, if we have better, we can use different words, but the normal word for better would be get better or become better. In this case, get. So if it's a process, we need to use the present continuous. And English is singular, so it is getting better. I think my English is getting better. And in the second example, we have this adverbial phrase, every time. Now, every time means that it's a repeated activity. So in this case, we use the present simple. So again, the verb is get. I get, you get, my English gets. That's an example of third person singular. Number 5. Now in number 5 is talking about a film. And here we can imagine that this is something that's happening now. So if you're watching a film now, which verb is best for talking about watching a film? Well, in this case, the best verb is enjoy. And here we're talking about something happening now, so we need to use the present continuous. I am really, and then enjoy changes to the present participle, which is enjoying. I am really enjoying this film. Now, in this sentence, you can make it affirmative, in other words, positive, or negative. In this case, I'm going to make it negative, just to have an example of a negative in the exercise. So you put the negative here. I am not really enjoying this film. And the second one, I'm also going to put negative, but this time I'm going to make it in present simple. So if it's present simple, you need to use the auxiliary verb do, and the negative is don't. I don't really, and then we have I don't really, and then the infinitive, enjoy this kind of film. Now, the last one there is talking about for a living. Now, if you have for a living, then the only verb you can use is for the expression do for a living. Now, do for a living, that means do as a job. So in this case, we're talking about your husband, and the question for the present simple is, what does your husband do for a living? Now, the second sentence is different because you can see we have the adverbial phrase right now, and that means at the moment. So in this case, it has to be present continuous. So we can say, what is your husband? And then the present participle is doing right now. So there you have the 12 different sentences, 6 with present simple, 6 with present continuous, so that I hope it's clear now about the difference in the meaning. So now you can move on to the step 3 video, in which you'll see more rules and examples related to when we use present simple and when we don't use present continuous. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please click the like button and the subscribe button.